Hello, my beautiful students. I hope you're all doing well, having a great time staying at home and of course staying safe. So in this lesson, we will try to finish the second part of or the second lesson of chapter 2, heat. So let's start. We will start with the vocabularies for this lesson, the words that you need to learn and to know very, very good. The first one is conduction. 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 The second word is conductor. 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 The third word will be insulator. 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 Or insulator. Let's start with conduction. What is conduction? Conduction is the transfer of heat between objects that touch each other. Let's say it one more time. Conduction is the transfer of heat between objects that touch each other. ئەگەر چایەکی گەرمت خوارد بێتەوە دەستبەری ئەگەر چاکت زۆر گەرم بێ دەستبەری بۆ کەوچکەکەی ناوی کەوچکە چاکە هەستەکەی کەوچکە چاکە گەرم بووە بۆ پرۆسێسە ئەوتێ conduction. پرسیارێکی تر بۆچی کەوچک لەناو هەر شتێکی گەرما دای بنەی ئەگەر کەوچکەکەت لە مێرەڵ دروستکرابێ یعنی لە کانزا دروستکرابێ جا ئاسن بێ ئەلمینیۆم بێ یان هەر جۆرێکی تری کانزا بێ ئەگەر لەناو شتی گەرما دای بنەی یان نزیکی ئاگر بکەوێ گەرمە بێ. What happens, in fact, the heat moves from the hot object to the cooler object. So بیرێ بێ ئەگەر تاوەیەکم هەبێ تاوەکەم زۆر گەرم بوو بێ کەوچێکی تێ بکەم کەوچکەکە گەرمە بێ بۆ لەبەرەوەی هیت یوژوالی لە چیەوە لە ئەو شتانەی کە زۆر گەرمن ئەڕوا بۆ شتە سادەکان بۆیە ئەگەر دەست بیتە تاوەیەکی گەرم بەبێ ئەوەی protective glove لە دەستا بێ یان پارچەیە فابریکێ بەدەستەوە گرت بێت پارچەیە پەڕۆت بەدەستەوە گرت بێت دەستە سووتێ کاتێک ئاگرەکە تاوەکە گەرمەکە دەستکەکەشی گەرمە بێ لەگەڵیا. What if I want to fry those vegetables? To fry those vegetables, you put them in a pan, then you put the pan on the stove. Heat from the stove make the pan hot. Then what happens is that the heat is transferred at once from the pan to the veggies or vegetables that is in the pan. So whenever heat is transferred between objects that touch each other, like the vegetables and the pan, we call that conduction. Remember, if two objects is touching each other and the heat transferred between them, we call that process conduction. Conduction is the movement of heat from one object to another when they touch. هەچ کاتێک گەرمی گوێزراوە لە بینی دوو ئۆبجێکتە کاتێک دوو ئۆبجێکتەکە بەر یەکتریەکەون بەو پرۆسێسە ئەوترێ conduction. We talked about the process of conduction. Now we will talk about the conductors. What are the material that heat can easily move through? So, you know that when your mother heats a cold soup or anything that is cold, any kind of food that is cold, the heat is transferred from the stove into the pot and then from the pot into the soup. When more and more heat is transferred, the soup gets hotter. So let's answer a question together. What is conductor? A conductor is a material in which heat moves easily. What are those materials? Which kind of material heat can move easily through? Well, those materials are copper, aluminum, and iron. Those materials are examples of conductor. So once again, what is a conductor? Conductor is a material through which heat moves quickly and easy. Can you give me 3 examples about conductors around you? Yes. Any kind of pot around you either is made of iron or aluminum or copper. What about a wooden spoon? Wooden spoon will not get hot because it's not a good conductor. What about metallic spoon? However, whenever you put a metallic spoon into a soup or any kind of food that is very, very hot, it gets hot and easily. But if you change the metallic spoon with a wooden spoon or plastic spoon, it doesn't get hot. Heat does not move easily through plastics or wood. Let's talk about insulator. What is insulator? Before we answer that question, let us talk about the hot things that we cannot really touch, because if we try to touch them, we will get burned. Ask me like what? Did you ask me? Yes, you did. So the example of that is whenever your mother prepare a delicious food from the oven or by using oven or stove, the heat from the oven and stove could make the pot or the pan or the tray or whatever container she is using very, very hot. So how your mother protects her hand? Yes, she either uses a piece of fabric or oven gloves. And you know that oven gloves are made of a thick material. Heat cannot move through it easily. Oven gloves are insulators. So insulator is a bad conductor of heat. Or you can say insulator is a material through which heat does not move easily. Let us repeat it one more time. So what is insulator? Insulator is a material through which heat does not move easily. Can you give me 3 examples of insulators? Yes, you can, because I have already told you. The first example is fabrics. The second example is plastics. That's why the handles of many pots or pans are made of plastics, as you can see in the picture in front of you, or wood. I just told you the wooden spoon does not conduct heat. Air is also insulator. That's why materials of some clothes that we wear during winter contain air bubbles. Air prevents the transfer of heat from your body to outside, so you feel warm. So can you tell me the 4 examples that I have just told you? Yes, the first one is exactly fabrics. The second one is plastics. Third one is wood. And air. The last one is air. Good job. Okay, so we reached the end of this lesson, and thank you for your time, and thank you for your attention. And your homework will be page 179. And good luck!